Alright, everybody, welcome back to Zelda Bomb Squad. As I am your man, Crazy Mom. We've got a good one for you today. We are continuing on with Harvest Moon 64, and we're continuing on with the Legend of Frost. And damn it, this tripod. There, stay, don't move. Excuse me. Woo. Yeah, we're continuing and everything, are we? Yes, we is. So, moving on. There we go. Alright. As I was saying, oh, we have not been talking to you lately, dude. I am so sorry. Has some flowers, yes. It's God's job. Doing God's work. Thank you. So, now I'm realizing I'm still working for Kirby, and my car is just continuously giving me problems, and it's like, I can't take that risk anymore. Like, I can't get stranded somewhere and not be able to get home. Like, this cannot be a thing. Like, I can't do this anymore. So, like, I ended up going to, Facebook jobs, and there was another, I don't care if it makes you happy. Give me a goddamn recipe, woman. Like, I knew, like, my car was not going to last, and then, like, I'd be screwed and out of a car. I can't do that. So, like, I found another job. It was a carpet cleaning company, and can I give you a walnut and get something, please? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yes. Thank you so much. Give me that shit. That thing was wrong. Ooh, it gave me the wrong info. Ooh. Aw, that's great. He loves that his daughter's happy. Aw, that's so sweet. Wait a minute, where is Harris living? If he's living with them, where was he living? I don't know. But, oh, fuck you, dude. I just donkey punch the shit out of you for grins. And just BOW! Ooh, that'd be funny. So, well, might as well go to the bar, see if we can talk to Gray. See if he's there. Give him a flower. So yeah, like, I knew, like, if my car gave out on me, like, I needed to preserve it. So, like, the thing is, like, I found another job on Facebook, jobs, and, it was a carpet cleaning company, like I mentioned, and, like, they said that you didn't have to drive personal vehicles to, like, your jobs. Like, you would take, a government van, or not a government van, a company van, and, you're welcome. I gotta get your thing up, too. I already gave one to Jeff, so we're fine there. So, yep, you're good, buddy. You got anything to say about her? I can get drunk with the good feelings on such a night. Alright, dope. So, we gotta check the weather. Yes, we do. Because, remember, we're bitching out, man. If we get a typhoon, then we're just gonna... If we get hit by a typhoon, then, like, the next day happens and I don't have a greenhouse, which can happen. Like, I am resetting. I'm not buying another fucking greenhouse. That's just not going to happen. So, like, I knew that my car was not going to last me. So, like, I had to make a decision. So, this carpet cleaning company, they call me up for, an interview. And I'm like, okay, great. So now I got to come up with a reason to get out of work so I can go to this interview. So I call my, call my boss, and I'm like, hey, listen, because my roommate's birthday was August 7th, mine's August 8th. And, there we go. Yeah, love the dog. He's so good, isn't he? So I'm like, hey, listen, on this particular day, my roommate's working on his birthday, I'm working on mine, and, would it be possible for me to get the 6th off so I can go to this, or so him and I can do something at the house? And he's like, yeah, absolutely, dude, have a good time, thanks for asking me, enjoy yourself. I'm like, man, All right, cool. Thank you. Appreciate that for being so, nice about it. So, trust me, this guy is a prick. Like, he snapped at me over, like, the dumbest of shits. So, this guy, he had a Napoleon complex, something fierce. So, now, I know you don't want to eat anything. I know you feel bad. No, it's going to go away, so stop your bitching. Hey, brother, what? Well, I've never seen such beautiful flowers. Grow a whole bunch more, okay? Eat shit! Oh, they grew! Dope! Amazing. Now, I know there's something I can do with him, and he's supposed to... I mean, I know that sounded horrible, but... Like, there's, like, a power berry I can get from him or something like that. Okay, for some reason, Coco looked a little darker than normal, and if that's the case, that means he's sick, so we can't have that. So, like, I go to this interview, they love me, and the guy goes, oh, I see you sell Kirby vacuums. And I'm like, yeah. He goes, well, sell me a vacuum. I'm like, what? You'll sell me a vacuum. I'm not going to buy one, I just want to see, what you can do, so... I'd be like, okay, fine. I was kind of hoping, I could, go a day without saying this shit, but whatever. So, I go to sell him Kirby. He goes, all right, you don't have to say anymore. You're good. I like you. I like you a lot. And I'm like, oh, dope. So, he's like, all right, so I want you to come back and meet the director of our director of operations. And I'm like, amazing. So, I make sure it's early enough so I can get to work afterwards, and I did. I played it off nice and smooth. So when I met the director of operations, I was like, hey, listen, when I met, I'm like, hey, obviously, I want this job. I told him everything he wanted to hear. And he goes, well, we'll give you a call, sometime this week and come to a decision then. And I said, okay, fine. So now I have to make a game time decision here. Do I stay working for Kirby and risk permanently ruining my car so that I can't get to either job and I'm fucked? Whether I get the job or not is irrelevant. Or do I quit working for Kirby in an attempt to preserve my car in the hopes and prayers that I get this job so that I'll be able to work, a lot more and I'll make way more money and I don't have to deal with the stupid references and whatnot. And I'll be out of the retail business, thank Christ. So it's just, or the worst case scenario happens. I quit working for Kirby and hoping and praying I get the job, and I unfortunately don't get the job. One of those is a scenario that happened, and obviously, if you've been keeping up with me thus far, I've said this is where things start going downhill, so you better believe I quit working for Kirby while hoping and praying that I get this job, and I never got it. So that was a big kick in the dick. And the whole time, and while this whole thing was going on, I was dating a girl that was super amazing for a time. And here's the thing, I really liked her. I really did. Her and I seemed to mesh on every single level. And I do mean every single conceivable level we were the same. So it was just like, holy shit, do I secretly love this woman or what? So, and now, we're dating, so it's like, holy shit, could things get better? Even though, things are kind of going downhill, I'm dating this amazing person, oh my god. And then all of a sudden she started pulling her shit, and, by that I mean... not talking to me nearly as much, because she was a manager of a place that I worked at. Now, here's the thing, we did not work together. We didn't. She was a delivery manager and I was head of security. Our schedules did not mesh, and even if they did, wouldn't have fucking mattered because we didn't do the same job. So we were kind of okay with it as long as it stayed on the down low. Only one person knew about it though at the time, which was Brian, and that's only because he knew both of us. So, you know, like I said, everything was great. We talked every day and every night for, you know, over a quarter of a year. We went on a couple of dates. Things were going great. You know, we're playing Grand Theft Auto together. We're having a good time online together. So, you know, she's at her place, I'm in mine. You know, we both smoke pot. We go out to some movies occasionally. It's an amazing time. And then all of a sudden, she just kind of stops talking to me. And it was like, okay, what's going on here? So it was like, because like she's not talking to me nearly as much. Like she would like send me super long out, drawn out like text messages and whatnot, filled with emojis. And now all of a sudden she's not saying shit, or whatever she is saying is not much. There's like no emojis, no nothing. Like we're seeing each other every Friday night before I go to work because, you know, she'd get off work and I'd be starting work in a little bit, so we'd see each other, and it would be a great time, and now that's not happening, and now it's like, oh, well, now I don't know when I get off of work, and it's like, it's always been the same. What's the fucking problem? And then come to find out, you know, oh, you're the sweetest guy I've ever met, and I literally think the world of you, but I'm a mess. And instead of talking about it like an adult, even though we are dating, and things that I need to work on myself, obviously that affects you because we are dating, but I'm not going to tell you because I'm a fucking child. And instead I'm just going to let you wonder what the hell is going on with me until you eventually get sick of wondering and finally confront me, which is when I'm finally going to be honest with you, tell you everything you want to hear except for the big one. For the time being, let's just be friends. And it was like, oh my god. So this woman who I would literally do anything for if she would have asked me to, I do not care, would have given her the world, the shirt off of my back included, if she would have asked for it. And she thinks so highly of me, but she can't be honest with me about things, right? So, bullshit I'm getting. It's like, my thing is, she must not have liked me because I was not in that best of a place personally. Like, I wasn't happy. I stopped taking care of myself, you know. I didn't exactly keep up on brushing my teeth. So, maybe my breath stank when she kissed me. That could have been a thing. Like I said, I'm being open and honest about everything, people. I don't look the greatest at times. You know, I definitely let myself go. Like, I know I had, like, at least 2 infections in my mouth that, even though I had dental coverage at the VA, I didn't want to go because the VA is a floating joke. Like, I'd rather deal with infections in my mouth and rotting teeth than go to the VA and be like, hey, guys, can you do your job and fix me? Like that, I'd rather suffer, and I just did not care about myself. That's how downward I was going. And, you know, okay, I did all my shit already. Alright, dope. Dope. So, like, you know, maybe it's, you know, every time she kissed me, like, my breath tasted like shit. You know, that could have been a thing. Maybe she just didn't want to kiss me. Maybe, you know, maybe it's because I wasn't, you know, I did have a little extra chub on me. You know? It's a thing. It's fine. It is what it is, you know. But maybe it's a combining bunch of things that she doesn't want to be with me, but she knows I really care about her, and she's not used to that shit. So she must not want to hurt my feelings because she thinks the world of me. Because then I would see posts on Facebook like, yeah, whenever I meet my soulmate, I'm gonna punch him for making me wait so damn long. And one of the reasons for breaking up with me was because she didn't know what she wanted. It's like, okay, well, that post alone makes it sound like you know exactly what you want. You want to find your soulmate. It's just not me, but you can't tell me because I like you so much, so you're just going to continue bullshitting me. I'm not stupid. So that's exactly what I had to put up with as all this shit's going on. So literally, almost every aspect of my life is, in fact, falling apart, and it's not going good. Like, it's not falling apart with grace. It is a crash and burn type scenario for me in almost every regard. So, But now, gotta talk about how I left Kirby. So, I tried to go on the best terms possible. You know, I told, you know, my boss the morning of, before our everyday meeting in the morning, I'm like, hey, can I talk to you really quick? He goes, yeah, after the morning meeting. So, of course, in the morning meeting that we're talking about sales and different techniques and blah, 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 I'm just doodling because I'm not taking any notes because I'm about to quit my job. So, it is what it is. There's nobody around, so I'm going fishing. I don't care. Maybe I'll get that power berry, baby. We'll see. I probably won't. But, yeah, so after the meeting, you know, I walked into his office and I'm like, hey, so I really don't want to do this because working for you guys has been awesome and fantastic and everything else, but unfortunately, I'm gonna have to quit. And he just goes, I'm like, what the fuck was that? Was he like, was that a sneeze? Was that a cough? Like, I know I'm thinking it was a snicker. It was a scoff or something like that. Like, I know why. Because he doesn't like the fact that I'm leaving. Because I'm an able body that keeps his office working. And the thing is, he's losing 2 other people because they're going to get their own offices. So his precious little empire is falling apart. So now I know why he's acting this way. So, oh shit, do I have... Yeah, I have flowers I can give to people at the bar if they decide to show up. So... I'm like, I don't want to go, but I'm explaining to him, like, I got this other job offer. It's a carpet cleaning company, and, you know, they're offering me a bunch of perks that, unfortunately, you just can't meet, so I gotta quit even though I don't want to. And he goes, again. And I'm like, okay, you motherfucker, I'm not letting this one slide. I know exactly what you're doing, you condescending little prick. But, I digress. Are you sorry, dude? Okay, I already gave one to you. Bring back memory. I see my hometown is farther north. I came here around 10 years ago. That's great. I don't give a shit. So, I know I won't. But, so I'm like, yeah, dude, it's just, you know, I can't, you know, I've loved working for you. I've enjoyed working with them. I don't want to leave. Like, this whole thing is great. I have so much fun. I know I could be this great salesman, but I just got to go. And he just goes, all right, turn your vacuums. Have fun cleaning carpets. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, have fun cleaning carpets. I'm like, okay, like, I tried to be respectful. I really, really did. And this asshole is just not going to let it happen. So, I'm just like, you're not serious, are you? I'm like, you cannot be serious. That wasn't an attempted burn, was it? Because you can't possibly be that stupid. And he just looks at me. And I'm like, oh my god, you are being serious. Holy shit, I know you were stupid growing up, but I didn't know you were still this stupid. I figured you would have smartened up by now, but apparently you haven't. Because for you to think that's an insult is laughable, because it's not. Because let me ask you a question, hotshot. I said, what are we doing for these customers when we're in their house showing off this Kirby? Are we A, walking their dogs for them? B, doing their taxes for them? C, cleaning their car? Or B, or D, are we cleaning their carpets? And he didn't say anything, and I'm like, yeah, okay, clearly I've lost you. We're cleaning their carpets for them. So for the sheer fact that I don't have to do anything else, I don't have to clean mattresses, I don't have to drive my own car to these appointments, I don't have to do any of that, I don't have to deal with references, I don't have to deal with sales, I don't have to do any of that shit but clean their actual carpets, and I'm going to be making more money. So how exactly is it an insult to me? And he just didn't say anything. And I'm like, oh, I get it. It's because your precious little empire is falling apart, isn't it? Oh shit, tomorrow's a typhoon. Oh god, oh crap. So, shit. So that blue mist seed is not going to happen again. That's outstanding. So, amazing. That's the second time that's failed. Unless it's done now, which I know it's not. Damn it. So, I'm like, oh, I get why you're mad. It's because this guy's leaving and getting his own office. It's because this guy's leaving and getting his own office. This person did not come back after training was done, and now I'm leaving. Meaning you're only going to have this person and this person around, which means your precious little empire is crumbling. And so that's why you're mad. I get it now. It all makes sense. So tell you what, I'm going to let you have that one. I'm going to let you act like you just seriously and savagely burned me just to make you feel a little bit better. So buck up. So buck up there, Boy Scout. Everything will be all right. And I turned in the Kirby vacuums and I left. Or should I say I went to leave. Because his girlfriend, who was the recruiting teacher and recruiting person, so yes, she worked for him, but was also dating him at the same time. This is where it gets a little, that Wilson temper gets the best of me. Because, she's on the phone having a cigarette, and I extend my hand to shake her hand, and she goes, "I'll call you back in a minute." And she goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm shaking your hand." And she goes, "Why?" I'm like, "Because I'm leaving. This is my last day." And she goes, "This is your last day?" I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "I don't want you to go." And I said, "I don't want to go, but I gotta go. I gotta do what I gotta do. I'm really sorry I'm leaving, but I gotta go." And she goes, Well, I'm really going to miss having you around. And I'm like, I'm really going to miss being around you guys. You guys were outstanding. I thank you for everything. And she goes, "All right, well, best of luck to you and hope everything works out." I said, "Well, thank you." And she goes, "By the way, what's the job?" And I said, "I'm going to be working for a carpet cleaning company." And she goes, "You're leaving us for that?" And I lost it. I absolutely lost my mind. And our cows are about to get sick. Shit! Oh, my God. So I lost my mind when she said that, and I'm like, wow, I must be the biggest moron on the planet, or you and him are just the biggest dipshits I've ever met. Because how exactly, and I did the same thing to her that I did to him, except I ended it just a little bit differently. I didn't end it the same way I ended it with him. I went a little bit further because I was just a little bit more saltier, and I just said, "Now listen, I wouldn't expect you to understand this concept, that you have to do what you have to do. In your world, you have to do who you have to do to survive. And if you don't want to take my word for it, you get your ass in there and you ask your boss/boyfriend what I'm talking about." And then I left. And then it was at that point I realized I went too far. So, everybody, this episode went long. So, we are going to end this episode here. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to join the Bomb Squad. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to leave me a comment below. Let me know how we're doing. And in the next episode, we're going to finish the rest of our shit that we're doing right now. We are going to do the rest of the things we have to do tonight. Tomorrow's the hurricane. Please, God, do not let me lose my fucking... my greenhouse. And my cows are going to get sick. All 3 of them. And one's pregnant. That's not good. So I'm going to have to dish out like fucking $9,000 on fucking... Oh! And that flower is going to die. So, the next episode might not be that great for me. So, everybody, that's it. We'll see you next time. We'll also continue the story about what happened to me in my personal life and how things just went down from there. So, that's it. See you next time. Until then, you all stay classy.